Denver Broncos Mile High View. No commercials, no bullshit. The authority on your Walmart Generals. You know the lengths we go to not get paid to do this stupid crap organization podcast. We just did about what? I think we did almost 20 minutes worth of, it was all choppy and everything. I had to get in my car, go to I think it's a nursing facility or something. They're probably going to run me out of here. I just need to park where my phone isn't being heated up. Just to put this on, it's just ducky. That's all I can say, just ducky. So you did a video. It did go viral. They really tried to suppress it, powers that shouldn't be. And we know, like other people know, how they suppress the video is your algorithms are exploding, yet you only see a few videos are only shown to the a few views are shown to the public. Some of these people have like what 50 subscribers, and then if they're talking a bunch of bullshit about the Denver Broncos, about how wonderful everything is going to be, they miraculously get 20K views, 500 likes, thumbs up. I've seen that. I don't buy it for a minute. I think they're bought, and we do know that there are a lot of bots on these commenters. There's a lot of bots. So anyway, there's just, an avalanche of more nonsense coming out as usual, per the usual. It's the Denver Broncos 2018, 19, 20, 21. It's just the same old thing. So I was going to say, too, that a sponsor reached out, and I'm not taking sponsors because we want to be able to tell it like it is. We don't want to cash in on the latest hype so we can get some likes and subscribes and what. But I challenge anybody, our detractors, I would like to challenge them to show us their track record, which they never will do. That's the only thing they have a lot to say, but they will not show their track record in all this. Our track record, am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, you are.
Our track record is impeccable. We, on your last video, you had people come on your channel and say, what do you expect them to do? What would you do? The Broncos were 50+ mil in dead cap. And I said, well, if you look at our archives, if you go through what we've said, we would, if they listened to the two guys in their parents' basement here that, everybody gets a big kick out of, you wouldn't have that problem. You wouldn't be in that dead cap because we never wanted Russell Wilson. Now, the people that come on there, they say that they never wanted Russell Wilson, but when I send you the DMVR, Mile High Huddle, the same people that come on and your detractors who come on to you and said that they never wanted Russell Wilson, all they do is talk about how great Russell Wilson was and how Sean Payton was going to fix him. And then before that, about 3 to 5 Super Bowls minimum. The same people that said because they got Russell Wilson, the same people that make all these claims. But I think we're here. I want to talk about, I think that what the ownership of the Denver Broncos, the management of the Denver Broncos, what they would love everybody to do is get in a Bo Nix fight. And we're saying that the problem with the Denver Broncos is much bigger than Bo Nix. Bo Nix is essentially the latest distraction. All right, I'm done.
No, I'm not going to go in on these people. They don't deserve my time or energy. It's a waste of my time talking about Walmart General fans that really have no sense or clue on what they're talking about. That's why our track record speaks for itself and theirs doesn't. And every time you do ask them about their track record, they run and hide just like they do every season when reality slaps them in the face. This is your prototypical offseason for the Walmart General fans. They'll come out, pounding their chest like the Big Show, WWE style.
You'll see Sean Payton. He's going to fix Russell. You'll see.
Yep. And they said they never wanted Russell Wilson, yet you could go to archives at Mile High Huddle, DMVR, Locked On Broncos, so on and so forth. You could just find these people just cheering away.
Well, come to Mile High View. Look, when we said not to sign Russell Wilson, that was the worst thing they did. The same people who said they didn't want him, listen to what they said about how wrong we were going to be, as they always say that. How wrong we were going. Oh, no, you'll see. You're the only person, every analyst out there. What gives you the right? What gives you the right to give your 2 cents in?
Well, what gives me the right is my track record. That's what gives me the right. So you guys can take that and shove it up your ass.
And didn't you make a video and somebody stole your video and then cherry picked the video?
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody is cashing in on the latest hype, right?
Like they do every year.
I'd like to just explain to people how much money we lose. You know, me and him could be one of the top Denver Bronco bullshitters, because we could bullshit. We could really bullshit it. We could do it if we really wanted to, but we'd have to look at ourselves in the mirror every day.
Yeah, you know? I don't think I could do that. I just don't. That's not the type of human that I am. I don't want to lie to my.
Do you realize how much money you're losing by not?
Do you know how much family you're losing?
Say that again.
Do you know how much family time and time I am losing because I have other stuff I have to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys understand that? But that being said, they don't give a fuck. They really don't care. So that being said,
if you want to be lied to all the time, you have mental issues. If you want to go just because it serves your belief system, I think what we're trying to get at, you'd think by this time there would be, and there are a lot of fans out there, and the radio, they were freaking out because nobody was buying into it in the mass numbers they thought they would get. That everybody is now, there's a lot of people saying we need a lot of proof. We don't need a one and done playoff appearance. We need to see some consistency.
Well, you're not going to get that consistency with this organization. I'm sorry to break it to you folks. The Bo Nix thing is much bigger than just the Bo Nix issue.
Absolutely.
This is an organization issue, which I've been pointing out for 9 years, which we've been pointing out for 9 years. And I was the first person out there, the only person out there saying that this ownership group is inept and they won't get rid of the Elway-led front office.
No.
We have Sean Payton confirming it. There's a video that Chop Deliver did where he confirms that Elway's still in the building, and he still is. And this draft.
So all his people are there too.
Yep. All of his people, which I forgot to say. Thank you for correcting me on that. But I was live for 2 days straight, okay? Busting my ass, doing a bunch
during the draft.
I was live for 2 days during the draft, okay? The second round and third round, and I think it was fourth through the seventh round or something like that.
Because we already said about what
I had my prospect strengths and weaknesses all ready to go. I mean, I busted my ass yet again for the 9th year in a row doing this shit. And I was talking about, and I fucking nailed this draft. You could go watch the live stream. It was just fucking to a T. And why did I nail this draft is because I've been seeing the same track record with this front office and organization for the past 9 fucking years. And you know what? The video that I did, just to circle back to that video that I did 2 days ago, when a lot of the Walmart General fans that were attacking me for saying Russell Wilson wasn't going to work out, those very same people that said we would be back and say that you were wrong, yet you guys were hiding and now you're back again. But that's beside
wait, they're back again saying we never wanted Russell Wilson.
Yeah, saying they never said that, and I've been screenshotting a lot of your people, just letting you know, the bots and the Walmart General fans, just letting you know, you think this video was bad? When this thing doesn't work out, you think this video is bad? Wait till the next video I do on you folks, because it's going to be horrific. But the video that I did, I basically shoved it back in your face to the point where it pissed you off. This is why Dove Valley doesn't like Coach Bucketman, doesn't like Chop Deliver, doesn't like our other co-host who we never seem to get on, who has great insight, the Mile High Bubble, the great Bubble Man. The reason why they hate us so much is because we give it right back to them. We don't take their bullshit. We don't believe their bullshit, and we come from a logic-based mindset in terms of this isn't a film-centric channel. These aren't film-centric channel or fan-centric channels. My apologies. These are GM film-centric channels and educational channels purposes only. That's how we operate. We're not into, oh, we're going to fight over Bo Nix. We're going to fight over Troy Franklin. We're going to tell you why these picks don't make sense and move on. And that's what I did. Go ahead,
Okay.
Chuck.
Yeah. So exactly. So I'm going to get in. We do have a time machine, and everybody knows it. If they get pissed off, we come back and we tell them what we saw in the future. So I had gotten into the time machine, and I had seen what the plan is for Bo Nix. And this is the deal. So you're not going to have Drew Brees. That's not what you're going to have. You're not going to even have Teddy Bridgewater. But if you did, that would be good. But you don't want that. So what you're going to get is you're going to get Jamie Winston on training wheels. Go ahead.
To just talk about the Teddy Bridgewater point, you did have that, and then you ruined him. So just letting you know that.
No, you ran him out of town.
They ran him out of town just like they've done a lot of these other quarterbacks. But go ahead. I wanted to bring that.
Let me expand on that. Because
go ahead.
The detractors came on after you said this Bo Nix thing is just wash, rinse, repeat. And they said, well, what would you do, you smarty pants, you little smarty pants? What would you do? And if they would have listened to us, we would never have went with Russell Wilson. We would have stuck with Teddy Bridgewater, kept Drew Lock. We would have stockpiled on all of our player personnel. If you ended up getting Sean Payton, you had already had Bridgewater. You could start drafting and developing your lines to make them well, hold on. I'm asking if they listened to us, what we would have done. I would have
kept Munchak, and I would have run that West Coast system that was working. But that's just me. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that. Yeah, just say we get Sean Payton. We're at Sean Payton now. Okay, so yes, we would have done the Mike Munchak thing and worked from that point. But
Fangio's head coach and build the D. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm taking.
Well, let him actually build the deal. Get the front office to keep their their hands off of it. Elway down the road fired Stark, Moogie, Elway's all of them out of the building. Bring in the draft and develop. Bring in the scouts. Bring in a one mindset.
Yep.
And let's say, for instance, for whatever reason, you got Sean Payton, right? Well, you'd have had Bridgewater all ready to go. If worst case scenario, you ended up getting Sean Payton. But I think you're right. It would have been better to stick with the Munchak and keep with the West Coast. You already had that. Stick with a 3-4 defense, that kind of thing. But if just for whatever reason you didn't, you brought in Sean Payton, you'd have had a core there already. Yep. But you ruined that. You ruined that. You think one guy is going to come in and make a big difference. Russell Wilson never made any sense from the very beginning. And I thought it was very unbelievable that you had all these national people even. Oh, this is such a good marriage. And now they were like, oh, anybody who believed what we said, they're idiots. As if they didn't even say this stuff. So anyway, so you timed me out, but what you're going to get with this Bo Nix is you're going to get, what's his face on training wheels? Jamie Winston on training wheels.
Yep.
Meaning what you're going to see is you're going to see abandonment of the run. I'm guaranteeing you're going to see abandonment of the run. You will see token runs only, token runs. They're going to get very pass happy. It's going to be a 3-step. It's going to be 3-step throw, 3-step throws, 3-step throw. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on Nix from the front office, Sean Payton on Nix to look for the big play. So the question is really, after the time machine travel, is can Bo Nix put a leash on himself? Or is he going to keep wanting to get that big throw, getting himself in trouble because he'll end up hanging onto the ball too long. The offensive line isn't built to scan the field for very long because it's inconsistent. I don't care about 10th or 7th or 12th. I don't care what.
Thank you.
the film show. This is what the film shows. The film shows an inconsistent line.
Yep.
And when you have an inconsistent line, your quarterback, whoever it is, I don't care if it's Tom Brady, I don't care if it's Peyton Manning, if you have an inconsistent offensive line, they don't know if they're going to get killed each and every play. They just don't know. And then you're going to ask them to start reading defenses and take time. You're going to get bailouts by Bo Nix. You're going to get bailouts. You're going to get running around like a chicken because they want to go and try to find the big play.
Even when you watch the Oregon film, Chop Deliver, just to expand on that point, even when he had one of the better old lines in the nation and at Oregon, he was still bailing out.
I noticed that, yes. And that's not cherry picking.
That is not cherry picking. That is series after series after series that we saw with that guy.
Yeah. The people that stole your video, they deleted those videos. They deleted those sequences of the play.
Absolutely. Yep.
Where he bailed out. And I think that Franklin's going to be up, just like the rest of those receivers, up against much better corners. And some of the teams the Broncos have to play, they're more into tight coverage or man coverage, if you like. And they're going to have to deal with trying to get separation, which most of them can't get. Most of them, and the one guy that can get separation, they got him on the punt return team.
Yeah. Marvin Mims, the person that he's actually good at the separation part of it. He gets put on punt return duty and kick return duty. I did a film breakdown on Troy Franklin. You guys should go check it out. He can't separate this, that, and the third. And it wasn't cherry picking. It was series after series with him. He can't separate, and he's slow off his break. So again, and again, what are we seeing this off? Again, the mini camp portion of it. What did we see? Yet again. And you know what? If Caleb Williams was drafted here, he would have been compared to Mahomes. If Drake May was drafted here, he would have been compared to Josh Allen. If Jaden Daniels was here, he would have been compared to Lamar Jackson. Okay, so it didn't matter what J.J. McCarthy, so on and so forth. It didn't matter what quarterback you got. There was still a dead man walking coming in this organization. It's not just Bo Nix. It would have been any other quarterback that walked in here that we've seen over the past 9 years. But that being said, what are we seeing? Yet again, for the 9th year in a row, we're seeing, oh my God, you see that deep throw by Bo Nix, deep throw.
Yes, that's a dead ringer.
Deep throws. It's all deep. Oh my God, they look so good. Shorts and helmets, man. They look so good. We saw, look at that connection with Bo Nix and Troy Franklin. We heard that with Russell Wilson and Jerry Jeudy, Drew Lock and Jerry Jeudy, Joe Flacco and Cortland Sutton. Did any of that pan out whatsoever? No. Okay. See, this is why we're so completely different from those knuckle dragging morons out there. Because we've seen this. We're like in a time machine. We've seen this over and over and over again. And the bullshit. You know what? You know what's funny about this is, I just want to bring this point up that needs to be talked about, or doesn't. I need to mention it. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, those top 3 players that the Broncos were trying to trade up the 3 pick. Does that sound like a ringing endorsement for Bo Nix? I just wanted to bring that up. Secondly, with those 3 quarterbacks specifically, J.J. McCarthy I'll put in there as well. Those 4 quarterbacks specifically, are they talking about them like on their platforms with the Bears, with the Patriots, with the Commanders, with the
next Brees, next Peyton Manning?
Yeah. Are they saying, my God, they're looking so great out there? Like the Walmart Generals are just, what I think it is they know that their hand is in the cookie jar, and they are so fucked that they have to make documentaries about Bo Nix. I don't see all those other teams doing that.
No.
I don't see them talking about, my God, Bo Nix and DJ Moore, or my apologies, Caleb Williams and DJ Moore have that great connection. It's like, and even Michael Penix, the things I've seen for Michael Penix looks way better than what I'm seeing for Bo Nix, who was my guy. I wanted Michael Penix. I thought he was better of the two. That's just my opinion. But again, he would have been a dead man walking even coming into this organization.
Oh, yeah, no.
So it really didn't fucking matter because this organization, like I said, it's an organizational issue. They are not into player development. No. They have no playmakers on offense. Defensively, they look like.
Well, no, they don't have difference makers. They got a guy that can make a play or two, but they have no difference makers.
Yes, but I just wanted to bring up that point.
Yeah, they have no difference makers. They're a team of just guys. And it's not and
they hype up in the players that they aren't.
This is, I just want to make a disclaimer here. Yes, they are talking good about what they saw with Daniels and what it's not in the same. They're not comparing these guys to Peyton Manning, to Drew Brees. They're not doing that. Yep. They're saying, yeah, we like what we see. That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like. Nobody's making these grandiose, only this broken organization, and it gets them in trouble every time. But you've got a public out there, a percentage of the public, they love to be lied to because they're sycophants. They're sycophants. Sycophants are somebody that they don't have a mind of their own. They want somebody to tell them what they want to hear. That's basically one of the personas of a sycophant. So you get inundated. You put a good educational film together. Nobody wants to talk about the points you brought up. They just want to attack you personally, and that again is a sycophant. A sycophant cannot. How should I say it? They can't have an argument, a constructive argument. It's just ad hominem attacks.
Agreed.
So, and yes, we do. Bucket Man will go off and call somebody a dumbass, but after you've been coming back year after year after year, pounding your chest, and you're wrong every time, and then you come back and say, I didn't say what you keep saying you said. What do you want us to say?
Well,
where's your track record? I just want to know where their track record is.
Well, you're absolutely correct. And just to expand on that point even further, where I try to be like, I want to have a Broncos discussion, not a personal attack discussion. They block me.
Because they can't win the argument. They know they can't. They cannot win the argument.
And once I pin that to my video, it's quiet. It's dead quiet. Outside of maybe Beavis and Butthead 2.0. That's it.
Yeah, because well, at least he didn't block you. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Which I have more respect for a person doing, like, if you're not going to block, like I said, it doesn't matter. These people, like you said, they're sycophants. Like there's really no point in having an engagement discussion with them because they have their mindset. They think this organization has Bo Nix, who's going to win him 3 to 5 Super Bowls minimum.
Minimum.
Oh my God, the rebuild is complete. It's not complete. There's no rebuild whatsoever.
No, I just want to specify this. What the Broncos are, they're not a player development team like Kansas City is a great example of that. Detroit has become that. I think the Bills have been that for some. So, to some degree, Philadelphia has been that for some degree. Teams like this, they're just putting Baltimore to some, just to be more than not. Okay, Pittsburgh more than not.
Yep.
But I'm getting at what the Denver Broncos are. They got this plug and play mentality.
Yes.
They don't care about building because, in my opinion, I don't think they have anybody capable. First of all, they don't have scouts capable of getting an Aaron Donald, for instance.
Well, they're not capable. They don't know what they're doing.
Well, I don't even think they value an Aaron Donald or something.
No, they don't. They value an undersized Jonah Ellis and Nick Burrito.
How about Alt? What about Alt? Do they value an Alt? Yeah, no. No, they'll give you a McFlinchie.
Jackson Powers Johnson.
They'll get, and we have discussions about, for instance, McFlinchie. We don't just say he sucks, okay? We don't just say that. We say what you have is, you say, well, we got McFlinchie because he's he's a run blocking tackle. He's a run blocking right tackle. So we say the problem,
a zone blocking right tackle.
We say what the problem is you put him in it. You have a power gap running coach. That's what, and he's next to a power running gap player with Quentin Myers, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you're mishmashing, and they stole our mishmash term too. Yeah. But that's what they do at the Denver Broncos. So you've kind of, the one positive thing that you got from McFlinchie, you've kind of canceled it out because, are you a zone running team? Are you a power guy? What are you exactly? I don't think they know what they are.
I'm not a big fan of Mike McGlinchey. I don't think he's a very good right tackle. But in the terms of what you're saying, the hypothetical, this would have made sense if you still had Mike Munchak and Rich Scangarello. That's the point I'm making. You bring
yes. But nobody wants to
that
talk about that.
I'm trying to make.
Yeah. Nobody, we're trying to have a conversation. They want to do personal attacks, and these other content creators won't even discuss these kind of things. They'll just sell you a bill of goods. Here's your bill of goods. Run off with it. Oh, my hair's on fire. We're going to the Super Bowl.
I'm just done with it, man. I'm done with it.
Why don't we do a policy? You're just getting too engaged. We should just have a policy, put a pin on and say all personal attacks will be deleted. If you want to have a football conversation, we'll put your
that's what I'm doing from now on. I'm not dealing with the bullshit. I'm done with it.
Personal attacks will be dismissed, will be deleted. You will be banned for personal attacks. If you want to get in a football conversation, we can do that.
Yes.
If you want to block us from having a conversation, you will be banned.
Removed.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of the gaslighting. I'm sick of it.
Oh, you're crazy to think the Denver Broncos aren't going to be good. You're crazy to think that.
I've heard that for 9 years.
So we had a poll. There was a poll. There's a poll on X.
That I put out.
Tell us about the poll that had the Broncos in that poll.
60% of people saying that the Broncos are the crappy team in the NFL that gets the most offseason hype. And this wasn't just Bronco fans. These were people around the NFL that were voting in on this, folks. So that's how they view your organization, and quite frankly, that's how I view it too. So
yeah, because until they get serious on building get all the PR, if they would do a lot better getting rid of the majority of their PR, and they'd be a lot better if they could get rid of a lot of the analytics. And they had a film-centric department.
Agreed.
And scouting-centric department.
Agreed.
They decide what the fuck they want to be and stick to it.
Agreed.
I kind of think that's what Kansas City did, and that's why really I want to talk really quick about overhyping teams. I think Kansas City is wrongly hyped. I think it's more wrongly hyped because I believe very strong that, and this goes before Mahomes. I just want to look at that one Super Bowl. I felt the difference that Super Bowl was the defense. Kansas City's defense made the difference in that Super Bowl. And nothing.
One's in the middle.
Yes, that defense gave Mahomes the opportunity. Mahomes didn't put the team on his shoulder. The defense for Kansas City put the team on his shoulder and allowed Mahomes, who was game managing. And I'm not saying, that was wrong on his part to game manage. That probably was the right thing to do. He didn't look any different than Brock Purdy. They both looked like they were both game managing. Fine. If it was San Francisco who had the edge defensively, Brock Purdy would have. Well, actually, you know what? It was overtime that really that Kansas City's defense really stepped it up. Had that kicker for San Francisco kicked that extra point, everybody would have been talking about how Purdy won that game, which that also wouldn't have been correct.
Well,
go ahead.
I was saying all year that Chiefs defense is young, up and coming. They're not overhyped. I tried telling you folks, they're a draft and development defense. That's what they are.
We're not Chief fans, but we observe what works. We observe what is winning.
Yep, I agree.
And the Chiefs have been a player development centric. And that probably was it
before Mahomes, even before Mahomes.
Yes, and I think that's something Andy Reid drove into the Hunts in Kansas City. What he wanted, what his vision was. I don't see that really with Sean Payton. And I wanted to say this. What I see with Sean Payton is, first of all, you have to talk about Harbaugh. Harbaugh refused to come here. And because I think he wanted what Andy Reid wanted. I think he wanted what Andy Reid wanted. And that was to and that was to
Purge it.
Purge the front office and become a draft and develop inside out organization.
Yep.
And what Sean Payton said is, I'll do whatever you want me to do, but you're going to have to pay me this amount.
Which Bubbleman was correctly dead on. He was correctly dead on about that stuff.
Yeah, well, I said it too. I said that, he's just here for a paycheck.
Yep. And my prediction, because I went into my time machine, I think he's gone at the end of this year or next year. One of the two.
Yeah, as a walk-off.
He's just gonna be like, I'm done with this. And then you guys are yep. We said
it'll all be his fault. They've already set him up. It'll all be his fault.
They're already teeing it off, getting ready to tee it off.
Well, yeah, and when they run, I'm going to make this time machine prediction. Coming back from the time when they're throwing Sean Payton under the bus and they're running him out of town, they will go back and say it wasn't Russell Wilson, but it was Sean Payton that screwed him. How much you want to bet on that?
Yeah, I could see
right
that
now. It's all right now. Am I wrong? It's all Russell Wilson's fault, right?
It's all Russell Wilson's fault.
It's all right. Now, these same people, it's all Russell Wilson's fault. They will be on the no, it wasn't Russell Wilson. It was Sean Payton when they're all ready to kick Sean Payton out.
Good prediction.
Yep. Yep. You can read these guys like a book. You can time them on your watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so predictable. And
Very
yet they think that. And then when you put that in their face, it was just like so upsetting.
It was poetic justice is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't get a bunch of upvotes for nothing. There are people out there, they get it.
Yep.
They get it. Matter of fact, you had what I thought the best comment of all of them just said these quarterbacks are all overhyped. They go to bad systems. They're asked to do a lot.
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. That was the only comment that made any sense at all in a world of insanity. That was pure sane, common sense.
You don't get that anymore.
Well, again, you got to remember, all your detractors, they believe that this just good enough offensive line, this just good enough bunch of guys they got is just was an incomplete pass away from an AFC championship.
Whatever.
They gassed like they couldn't understand why the rest of the NFL, nobody is buying into our bullshit about how we're gonna, be Super Bowl contenders now.
Yeah.
That Bo Nix is gonna have his gold jacket. We're fitting him right now for it. We're fitting him. He's, Russell Wilson came here already fitted with a. So what are you guys? You guys are smoking pot. Russell Wilson's, he's getting 3 to 5 Super Bowls minimum here. They were just a quarterback away.
Over it.
And the guy they hate the most, Nathaniel Hackett, I'm not going to say we're a quarterback away.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Got
anything else? Hopefully this will work. I had to come here.
Yeah, he had to go to the retirement home. He has to.
Yeah, I could go across the street to the park, but
Shot's liver has to get his room all ready for his retirement.
Yeah. All right, I'm sure we'll get attacked because how dare us not believe that Bo Nix is...
If it's a personal attacks, just get rid of them. Done with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Put that disclaimer on the video too. Put that on the pin that fucker.
Well, yeah. Well, we don't, once the season gets going, they had that stupid winning streak, which was absurd. But like I told you, I don't really have that much confidence in the NFL in general.
No,
in Walmart general.
Yeah, in Walmart general.
Yeah, I don't have that much confidence in the rest of the NFL. So, like I said, if a quarterback goes down or if you got people like Mahomes throwing, arm punts to Justin Simmons, too many men on the field, the Walmart Generals will get a win.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's still up in the air too. You don't understand. My God, we were just a throw away from an AFC championship. Okay, whatever you say.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, anything else?
That's it. Kirk out.
All right, get to work.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.